This week in Destiny for March 6, 2025. A look at what's new in Guardian games starting next week at Reset. A mode called Rushdown Roulette, a boss-style gauntlet. New armor and weapons. The rewards coming to Trials this week, a recap of what happened in the developer livestream, and much more. Let's dive right in. Let's first begin by recapping a couple of things from the developer livestream. First, the Court of Blades activity. The Echo of the Navigator was certainly impressed when he found out you defeated him, so he wants to test you in the Court of Blades, the new activity coming with Heresy Act 2. Players will fight through arenas of enemies with escalating difficulty to compete for the mantle of the Taken King, using runes to uplift their playstyle and push through challenges. The Heretical Arsenal also grows next week. The 5 remaining weapons from the arsenal will be waiting for you the moment Act 2 begins. There are plenty of interesting perks on these, like sword logic on a strand glaive, or on a bow. Each of these weapons can drop as adept versions, and if you're lucky you can also find weapons with extra perks in each column and the runneth over origin trait. Keep an eye out for fully masterwork drops of both versions of the weapon. As always over the last year with these episodes, the artifacts have been expanding with each act. The artifact in Act 2 is expanding to include several buffs for trace rifles. So first up we have Overload Trace Rifles, pretty self-explanatory. Be Medic, Rapid Trace Rifle Final Blows heal you and nearby allies. Powerful combatants increase the amount. Elemental Siphon, Rapid Final Blows with a kinetic weapon or weapon matching your equipped super, create an elemental pickup that matches your equipped super. Harsh Refraction, Trace Rifles do more damage to targets afflicted by elemental debuffs matching their element type. And in column 5 we have Limit Break, casting a super while you are critically wounded or have an elemental buff matching your super element grants a period of increased super damage. And looking ahead beyond Act 2, there is more to come. The Rite of the Nine is a free event for all players in Act 3. Revamped versions of Prophecy, Spire of the Watcher, and Ghosts of the Deep with different difficulties. This is basically Into the Light 2.0 but dungeon style. The Sunless Cell Reprise Strike also releases in Act 3. Alakul is not the boss, it's going to be someone new. And of course the Heavy Metal PvP Chaotic mode where you fight Brigs versus tanks. Guardian Games is back next Tuesday with some big changes. With Guardian Games Nightfalls and Focus activities not a part of the event this year, they've got something that will reacquaint you with some familiar foes and let you flex your god-killing prowess with the brand new activity called Rushdown. Rushdown is a boss rush style activity where you battle a series of bosses taken from Destiny 2's campaigns, seasonal story missions, and exotic missions. With each boss encounter defeated, combatants in the activity increase in difficulty. With 5 total encounters per run, you'll have a time limit to complete the run, with time added for each successful encounter completion. Completing encounters in a run will earn your rewards, with faster times offering a chance for more drops or higher quality loot. You'll have 3 ways to play Rushdown. You can start with the warm-up mode, which will be your entry point for the activity. Standard and Expert then ramp up the difficulty, offering more powerful combatants with modifiers and adding revive tokens to the mix. Each mode will offer options for standard matchmaking, class-based matchmaking, and private fireteam. As you work your way through Rushdown, your performance will help determine the quality of your rewards. You'll be judged by 2 different things: bosses defeated and total score. You can increase your score by completing encounters quickly and earning bonus points for the extra time you have remaining. Limiting your use of revive tokens will also increase your score as you get a bonus for unused tokens. Completing at least 3 encounters in any mode will guarantee a Guardian Games weapon drop for that run. With 5 score thresholds: Bronze, Silver, Gold, Platinum, and Diamond, reaching higher thresholds in Standard and Expert modes will improve your chance for additional perks on Guardian Games weapons drops for that run. High scores in Expert mode will also offer the chance to earn fully masterworked Guardian Games weapons with additional perks. Now if you're new to Destiny 2, this is an event in the Guardian Games where the 3 different classes battle against each other to see who can come out on top. The Hunters won last year. So team up with your classes to compete in PvP, complete activities, and earn precious medallions. You'll then bank these medallions at the podium in the center of the tower to earn points for your class. Each day, class scores will be measured by the average medallion score of all players who've deposited a medallion that day, separated by class of course. The class that has won the most days by the end of the event gets the gold, and more importantly, bragging rights. You can also earn some glows depending on your contribution to the event. These are linked to your personal and group achievements, and there's 4 of them in total. 1 for being the best in tower. So I think that's just the Guardian who's banked the most motes or has contributed the most. Another for being a member of the winning class of the day. A shoulder glow linked to your weekly performance in Rushdown. A second shoulder glow for your weekly performance in Supremacy and Gambit, and a bronze, silver, or gold glow with the shape of a laurel crown, depending on your class place in the Friday coronation ceremony. To kick this off, as always, you'll visit Eva Levante to grab the intro quest. You'll also get your Guardian Games class item you can equip to start earning medallions. The contender cards look like they'll be back this year for you to earn medallions in specific ways. So what about some rewards? You'll have a chance to grab some returning favorites, like last year the All-Star Vector Skimmer, which will be available again to grab this year, I'm assuming in Eververse. On top of the renewed perk pool for Taraxipos, the Title, and Hullabaloo, there's a new weapon available during Guardian Games, and it's a Trace Rifle. An Arc Trace Rifle to be specific, that can roll with some strong combos that fit very well in our Arc-centric episode. Here's a look at the weapon, the armor sets, and the jersey you can get from the Bungie store. We also have a couple of bits of information about the Act 2 Crucible Strike Team update. For Redrix's stock, they fixed an issue preventing players from receiving this weapon after completing their placement series. You should be able to collect it now from Lord Shaxx if you didn't get it before. They've also tuned the weapon a little bit, adjusting the Sword Logic perk for PvP. Base damage bonus kills reduced from 20% to 15%, and damage bonus from kills against players in Super increased from 35% to 50%. Lightweight pulse rifles get a bit of a nerf, body shot damage reduced from 20.4 to 19.7, critical hit damage reduced a bit, and this is applied across all lightweight pulse rifles, not just Redrix's. Redrix's itself also had its handling stat reduced from 79 to 74 to balance against other weapons like the battle rifle. When speaking of trials, solo players matched against a larger fire team will receive a loss forgiveness if they complete the match, so no quitting, AFKing, or throwing the match. This encourages full fire teams while making the experience fairer for solo players. Void Hunters get a smoke nerf, unfortunately. No longer reduces movement speed, jump height, or weapon handling. And for On the Prowl, hunted players no longer have the pink glow in first-person perspective. Reduce the glow intensity on hunted players in third person. The new Trials weapon for this week, I guess not new, but new for this episode, is the Keen Thistle Sniper Rifle. This is a solar aggressive sniper with strong PvP and PvE perks. The Adept version is also available for players who reach the Lighthouse Passage. And lastly, they give us an ornament preview. They say as Codename Frontiers gets closer, they're starting to get hyped about all the fashion that's just around the corner. Once again, they're tipping their hand to show off an ornament for another exotic armor piece in desperate need of a glow-up. The next exotic armor getting its first ever ornament is none other than the most beloved, the often strongest exotic arms for Titans, Worm God Caress. This apparently has a warrior monk inspiration, very fitting for an exotic that relies so much on punching enemies non-stop. Anyway, Guardians, that's all we got for this week in Destiny. A big update for the Guardian games coming out next Tuesday with a new mode, and some updates in the Sandbox and Crucible. If you'd like to see some more Destiny news, lore, and mysteries just like this video, please be sure to subscribe to the channel. I thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next video.